This is my first time going on live on this one. I'm going to refresh my lipstick. Oh my gosh, the camera is coming on. Mm, the mystical Cristal. Here we go. All right, so let's have some fun. A little bit more of taking off the hat of the lender and more of Cristal, pure essence. Um, so we've been working on adding all the other live that I've done connected to the mortgage one, and they haven't been able to be uploaded yet. So that's why I decided, you know what, I'm going to start separating them and just come live as I start to build up on this page. And what is Cristal's Sacred Home? Cristal's Sacred Home is my heart, my intention, my visions, my essence, my beauty, uh, beauty in the sense of my heart, beauty of who I am. And what comes up is actually, why do I celebrate my birthday? And some people don't. Totally okay. But I feel like each person's birthday is so meaningful in the sense of you matter. I matter. Let's celebrate that. That be on your actual birthday that you were born. That be on your baptism day. Some people actually, the Catholic say baptism day is a good day. Basically, celebration. And I think sometimes when people don't want to celebrate, is I'm not going to say it's a worth because some people will have a great self-worth, but it's I just want you to find a way to celebrate you. Okay. Um, because what we do for ourselves, we are attracting others to do for themselves or even for us. How we allow people to treat us, kind of concept. Awesome. So that just came to mind when it comes to explaining why and how this is going to evolve. Um, I don't know how it's going to evolve. I am an energy practitioner. I'm a residential lender, commercial lender in the making, in the industry for over 25 years. I don't know why I'm having to feel like to do an introduction because this is my first time doing straight up live on this. But it's really having that voice that can express from a divine guidance. So I'm actually going to be a little bit less in my head and just allowing my heart to speak because some of the words I'm like, I don't want to trigger people, but guess what? This is my channel. This is where I get to share what divinity, what God, what source is guiding me, what I'm hearing to share. Okay. I am also feeling right now my crown chakra totally open in receiving. And this is the reason I do this live is that I don't go into editing what's coming through. Now, it might not be whole coming through. It may just start small in the sense of I am being visible to others, and I am from an island where energy practitioner, what does that mean, Christelle? It's more attached to darker. I am of the light, meaning my intention and my words are coming from my heart. Now, I'm still the human experience happening. So there might be some filters, right, that are coming. But my intention is as I keep on rising my consciousness, raising my consciousness and rising into the divine truth of all there is in omnipresence, is those filters to be lifted, because that means that I am a direct channel of source conversation for those who get to connect with me. With my community might be totally different from some of the ones that I follow, like Aaron Lyons and Dr. Lee Samuel, like some of the great, that if you look at my YouTube subscriptions, I do listen to a lot of channels, or even Alex with what is it called? Like some of those big names that you may have heard about, some of you might haven't. Abraham Hicks is one. With my prayer partner, we do listen to that. I feel like totally an introduction of that mystical part. This is a little bit freer than when I was doing with the other page. So it's pretty cool. I'm getting an invitation for you guys listening. Go ahead and create your own YouTube page. Be your own voice, because this is a way to attract the community ready to connect. Now, today is the 16th of April. I really only have 2 subscribers. Irene is going to subscribe as well, so I can have 3 by the end of this. The first one is myself. The second one, oh, is a non-energy practitioner that I'm going to invite her. So this is what I'm going to start doing. All the people who have um, those mystical experiences, they consider themselves of that realm of light guidance. I'm going to invite them. I'm going to start doing that, Irene. We're actually going to do more guests. And one of them I've already asked, and it's Latoya was the first one that I asked, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm putting it out loud. And she's actually the one who subscribed. Latoya is the one. So Latoya is going to be one of my guest speaker to really just come and share. So if you have a desire to open to that realm, and when I say that realm, the essence of spirituality, then we'll love to connect with you. And oh my gosh, I'm challenging myself right this moment. And this is coming from another teacher that I followed. Is he did, I think, 100 sessions as an energy practitioner with other practitioners. So let's start with 10 in the next, well, if it's once a week, we're going to have every week. Every week, going to have a speaker. Oh my gosh, challenging myself. That comes and speak of their own essence of spirituality. So I'm excited for that. Totally excited. And why would I do that? It's really to bridge, connect, because my voice, the sound, the vibration of my words may resonate with some of you and may totally not resonate with others. I'll be transparent that there are times I could be listening to Abraham Hicks and it totally connects for me. There are times like it's just not there. And I listen to my intuition and just move on to what's there for me. The intention at first, by the way, I did ground. My feet are both grounded on the floor, no shoes on, just totally. I mean, it's concrete and tile, but really the intention is connected to the earth and to my highest connection to source. And this morning, I also already did. This is where my glasses are going to come in handy. This morning, I also did a chat with myself. I do a morning chat, and not all the time, but whenever I feel guided. And it's some of my core values. And to live in consciousness, active connection with God, seeking guidance within and allowing that connection to shape my thoughts, decisions, and way of being. So this is why I'm here. Other one is my inner truth and integrity, connection in relationship. So it's not about just connecting with God. I'm not a monk. Maybe in a past life I was, but it's really to connect this truth that I'm receiving, that I'm feeling, that I'm experiencing, which sometimes may elevate, may actually dissolve, but also then connecting with community. I am currently in the islands of Guadeloupe, and that is my first community. This is home where I was born and raised until 17 years old and then moved to Atlanta to the US. So I have different communities along the way. The family from birth, the family created along the way, and then back into family over 33 years. So it's a very interesting time because some of the things that we think we've already dealt with or we didn't even have to deal with, they are coming back. And it's two things. It's gratitude for it and it's pain at the same time. But it's bringing that pain to experience the light. And that's what I'm going through now. Then to definitely experience freedom and aliveness, the freedom to express. So having a YouTube channel is a great way to have the freedom to express, being seen, failing forward, like why did I say this, not say that, just judging self by releasing the judgment. just being in that that corridor of both. And how do I dissolve that so I can just be in the essence, in the presence of compassion, love, and courage right now. Um, Impact and uplifting others. So why do I do this? Is to really allow myself to speak, not because I just like to speak. Is my intention is to go ahead and inspire. Inspire to be not me, not be a reflection of me, but be a reflection of yourself. Be who you're meant to be. And very often they say authenticity. Well, we often have to get into the core, like removing that onion, keep using that analogy of the onion and peeling off the outer layers to get to the core. But the onion also has, if you look, there are some little roots and it's connected still to an essence that's connected to the earth. And then it opens at the top to receive the divine guidance. So all things are living. The little mouse over here, that's an energy. It's particles coming together and creating forming, but everything is energy. You can follow, she's going to be my other one. Go ahead and write the names, Irene, for me as they're coming up. Definitely Connie Keene, or one of my energy practitioner who has a channel, and we come into mastermind. So her tagline also is, not also hers, and I've copied it, I guess. Everything is energy. So it's really coming and having an impact and uplifting, mostly in this time that we're experiencing chaos, wars, expensive items for just the basic needs, right? How do we maneuver? How do we live into that world? So those are my top 5, and we'll see how it unfolds, because this is my journey that I am asking you to come on board with me on this journey. And if it feels uncomfortable, great. If it feels like not you, great. All of it is great. One of the teachers, maybe he gets to be one of my guest speaker. I might have to have more numbers because he is doing really great. David Guillaume, who teaches about Kabbalah. And I love how his presence on those Zoom calls, when he comes and shares with us and teaches the principles and the teachings of Kabbalah. And one of the ones that have stayed, and I've heard many people say it, but the way that I've heard it over and over with him, that's really the focus. Pause. Pause. So before reacting, pause. Before even responding, pause. And the pause is not to think about what you're going to say next. The pause is to pause and allow the light, allow God, allow love to come in. Because just to make it a simple word, love, but a depth in it, when love comes through, we can feel expansion. If you feel contracted, you know there's some resistance. It could be our own, right? So pause. How does this feel? And you can see it's not pause, because that's going to bring, whenever we put our hand somewhere, it's bringing that energy more to our heads, to our thoughts. Pause and bring it to my heart. Pause and bring it to that spark in me. When I meditate, I ask for the spark in me to expand, that spark in me to grow, that spark in me to be me, the essence of me. Not the Christelle born with all those and even life path number, this and that. The Christelle, I mean, that's all of me. So I think this is a good start of our first direct live on Christelle's Sacred Home. I look forward to bringing on guest speakers, and it's going to be more than just in English. I get to bring those who speak French. My words may be a bit challenging to come through, but I'm going to connect to source first and say, get me to speak French properly, even though that's my first language. I'll give you a little story. I was in Manchester and I do speak Spanish, but translation is not my thing. And we went into a pyramid, and my friends are with me. Spanish is really what they say, don't really speak English. And I was translating, and I was amazed of how the words were just coming through. I'm used to doing conversations and mortgage, but that was pretty impressive. So I was like, I'm totally connected. So one of the number one core value and essence for me right now is asking before something is done. Guide me, be with me. My higher self, my guides, my God, archangels, Mary. I do call on all of those. I was raised Catholic, so I'm very familiar with Archangel Michael. Used to go to a church called Saint Michel. And so I very much have that ease of connecting with Archangel Michael and calling for protection, for guidance in places to go and not go, and protecting my field, protecting my heart, protecting the heart of others. Archangel Raphael for healing, to bring light. I'm a catalyst, meaning kind of bring some shaky energy, meaning shaky, like I might shake a little bit of what's going on just to bring love. So Archangel Raphael to bring some of that green light. And then there are moments it's like Jesus Christ, to Jesus to bring the Christ consciousness. It's a different, what comes up for me is it comes through based on what is most appropriate based on the circumstance or based on the situation as to do I don't even think, do I call this archangel or this? It's just what comes forth for me. And Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, the violet flame. Just want to share with you the depth of the things that I have experienced myself and I may bring up. And if you are interested in knowing more, definitely ask and I can go deeper. In Mount Shasta, the violet flame was definitely, and it's escaping me right now, the word of I can see him and his wife Portia it is, at in the downtown of Mount Shasta. Oh my gosh, his Saint Germain. So Saint Germain is definitely the violet flame. What is a violet flame? Because the flame is like burning things to the essence. It's really going and removing the cords, removing. You can ask the violet flame to really burn all that is no longer needed in the situations, like really bring back down to the ashes, right? Go back to the ashes. And anything that you are bringing down, that you are burning, I don't just cut cords, right? You want to go ahead and take it from the root so it's no longer, it's not dingling and reconnecting. Because if you had two things dingling, it's like, hey, I might just eventually reconnect. But really rooting out when you think about a cord and placing back. Whenever you're thinking about fire, place back. What are you putting back? Because if you just leave it open, weeds can come, beautiful flowers can come, but you have to set the intention. And when I said the intention, I said the intention of Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness is divine love, feminine and masculine coming together into the essence that we're building. Now, that is my current understanding and experience. That is the other thing I want to bring forth. I encourage you to go and experience your spirituality. Don't just leave it from the books, from the YouTube channels and listening. It's the experience. I've mentioned already, I went to Mount Shasta. I experienced Mount Shasta for 8 to 10 months. I think it was about 10 months actually. And it was by myself, me, not by myself, but it was physically by myself. But I was definitely surrounded with the energy and the love of the high vibrations of God. I learned about Lemurians. I felt a connection with Lemurians. So I want you to really read on this page. This is a catalyst. It says, go experience it. Don't just know it from the head and go experience it. The experience that I have right now home by healing and burning the the feelings of all the feelings that I've experienced from inner child. That's common, the emotions, really, that's the word. As the experience, face the experience, go through that wall, go through the needle, go through that pain. It's not for the desire of going through the pain. It's actually on the other side to experience the freedom, the healing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm totally free. There are definitely a lot of aspects of me that still need freedom. But I'm designing my life based on that intention. And it takes courage, and you have someone by your side who's there doing the courage, showing up and doing, being in it first, but just doing it, going through it. Because again, I don't want this channel to just be about, hey, I'm just want you to share. Like if you share with, I share, like when Latoya comes, I want you to sign up for it. If it resonates with you, find the courage. One thing that I learned from Landmark Education, one catalyst into perception, perspective, illusions, all those. Landmark Education. When I mention things here, it's not to promote. Is if it resonates with you, look it up and see if it resonates and for you to take action. It used to say when you're attending an event, sign up for it. But I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the resources. Are you interested? Does this resonate with you? Sign up for it. Put it on your calendar. Now, I'm not saying be unrealistic in the sense of like you're signing up for coaching that's $10,000 and you really don't have the money for it. There's the credit cards and all those things that people say. I'm not going to put judgments on that. I've done some of those. So it is more about putting your calendar and ask for discernment. Is this for me at this time? It may be for you. I've done a lot of that is for me, but it may not be for me at this time. Not because I'm not ready, but because maybe I don't necessarily have the time and I'm doing too much. Maybe I don't have the resources financially to do it just out of cash. So learn from that mistake, not necessarily hold yourself back, so you get to learn and pause. Is this for me? I've had multiple instances people have shared where they sign up for an event and it gets gifted to them. You never know. One of the aspects that I'm really focusing on right now for myself, for my energy, is being more in the receiving. Receiving versus me giving, and sometimes giving from depleted. So sitting and receiving from the divine feminine. So I know I've shared many topics, and I'm excited for this opportunity to bring what is needed to be brought right now in the present as I either schedule speakers or come myself and share. So looking forward to it with love. Thank you.